I get tested for STDs regularly, so does everyone I work with.
Since I'm guessing you don't take their word for it, all right, I'm gonna need you to lie on your side and put your knees to your chest. Any history of alcohol or substance abuse?
My wife used to smoke a little pot, but I never touch the stuff.
You're married.
Happily. For 2 years now.
She happy you do porn?
Very. Since she does it too.
You ever get jealous when your wife's working?
It's a job. Once you start letting your work life rule your home life, especially if you're in the same line of work, your relationship's gonna be short.
You feel a little pressure. Any history of sexual abuse?
I defy the cliche.
Have you ever suffered depression or psychosis?
Save you some time. There's not a blotch on my medical record. Look, I know most of the people in my field are drug addicts with daddy issues, but I'm a nice Jewish boy from the burbs. I wasn't driven to this. I chose it. I believe in it. I actually think it's... Oh, my arms are killing me.
It's like tetany. Your muscles are contracting.
Oh.
Need some pyridine in here.
Oh, God.
Taub thinks it's a brain issue. 13 thinks it's multifocal.
And neither of them wants to work here.
Don't take their word for it. Taub's problem is his wife. 13's problem is you. Chasing Cameron's problem is the dead African dictator. None of them has a problem with the work.
Cerebral vasculitis would explain both the INR findings.
Steroids to treat. Brain angiogram to confirm. EMG and nerve biopsy while you're at it. I'll be at lunch.
So you guys actually work together?
We did it first, but now we like to keep our films pretty separate.
So do you watch your work?
We're both busy with our own stuff. Think what you want, but we're proud of what we do.
Divorcing sex from all emotional content?
Emotion is emotional and sex is mechanical. It doesn't really need to be any overlap.
Certainly not in your world.
We've helped a lot of couples by taking sex out of some deep, dark dungeon. Do what you want without some big moral comeuppance.
You think you can escape the consequences, but you can't. You don't get to make your own rules and morals.
Well, you're here to treat him, not lecture us about her.
Hank, are you all right? Are you okay?
Just a nosebleed.
Inside his leg? Tracheal hemorrhages.
We were wrong. So was Foreman. Coccemia is spread person to person. It's something you ought to think about next time you show up for work.
It's okay. Your wife's not here.
I'm just telling you what...
You have to lecture me when she's around. I get it. But I can tell from all the questions you ask that you're more like me than you admit.
I'm a guy. I look around every once in a while, but I love my wife. I love the fact that she's the only one that I'm intimate with.
And no part of you wants to just toss this rule book everyone's forced on you.
And part of you wants a life of actual commitment?
Is my relationship perfect? No. Am I ever horny when my wife has just had sex for 9 hours? Yes. But we are committed to each other in every way that matters.
In other words, you're committed except when you're not committed. Doesn't work so well if you have a conscience.
Conscience. You mean that thing that kicks in when there's no logical reason to behave the way people want you to? What?
You have a fever. Means the antibiotics aren't working.
Something genetic, something in his family history we overlooked?
History and genetics are spotless. Plus, every time he had a bad cough as a kid, he went to a doctor.
Klatskin tumor obstructing his bile ducts?
No jaundice. Wouldn't have ocular effects.
But if there's inflammation inside the bile channels, sclerosing cholangitis.
Could have stopped him from producing clotting proteins, damaged his blood cells, causing small strokes.
Enough! Enough! Stop pummeling 13 and Taub. It fits. Prep the patient for an ERCP. See if there's any hope of opening his blocked bile channels. And tell him to start looking for a liver donor.
We don't know how much the sclerosing cholangitis has damaged your liver. It might be in a year, it might be in 10. But the odds are you're gonna need a new one. And you should know, while no transplant committee will say this openly, they'll never grant an organ to someone working in your profession.
You're saying I have to change jobs? You're medically advising me to change jobs.
Hank, if you're too sick...
She wants me to have some kind of religious conversion. She's practically salivating over it.
I'm just being candid about...
Well, so you don't think I'm scum? Just some committee thinks I'm scum.
That your lifestyle has risks.
You work around more sick people and germs and blood than I do. I'm not gonna live my life afraid like my parents did. Barely letting me play outside, and God forbid that I get a scratch.
I'll talk to him. He'll calm down and realize that this is the
No, I won't. Why does everyone want to dictate the way I live my life?
Because the way we're living it is gonna kill you.
You have strongyloides, also known as threadworms. They disseminated all over your body, causing all your symptoms.
How'd I get a parasite?
Most likely through sexual activity, but we can't be sure.
And what's the treatment?
2 mebendazole pills.
That's it?
You'll be fine. Your liver too. Go back to your lives.
I thought you said those 2 pills was all he needed. Lungs are filling with fluid.
Suction him and get him on oxygen. Patient's lungs are severely compromised. Liver's still failing.
Worms could easily have been a coincidence. Almost be surprising if he didn't have them.
Which means it could be a hematological problem plus cardiomyopathy.
Nope. Neck veins are flat. Precordial exam was normal.
What if it's lymphoma? Peritoneal carcinomatosis explains the liver failure. Paraneoplastic syndrome explains everything else.
Lymphoma it is. Prep him for chemo.
You okay?
Getting through it?
It'll be a lot easier once you two are away from here.
Yeah. He's peeing blood. BP's rising.
Heart rate's up to 250. He's going into cardiac arrest.
Charging. Clear.
He's bleeding out.
His body's completely giving out. Charging. Clear.
You've got him stabilized, but no red cells, no white cells, practically no platelets either.
Mebendazole can cause adverse effects, but nothing like this.
He's been off him since yesterday anyway.
Long passes. Wild guesses. Anything.
Hypopituitarism could cause multi-organ
His
failure.
thyroid hormone wasn't completely normal.
Renal cell carcinoma.
Renal ultrasound was clean.
I'd say a leukemic leukemia. Marrow's not making enough normal cells.
Ablate the patient's bone marrow. Find him a donor match.
You want to nuke the patient's marrow? He had no evidence of being anemic or immune compromised when he was admitted.
Perfect white count as well.
Ablation could kill him or leave him defenseless against an infection that could.
Well, then come up with something better. You may as well die while we're treating him.
Why are you here?
Because I think we're wrong, which means something's gonna go wrong. Or right? Takayama here.
It's me and 13. Stop the ablation.
Because?
Those threadworms. Why would his body have gone to hell just hours after they were gone?
The worms weren't hurting him. They were helping him. He has extraintestinal Crohn's. He got it from being raised in too clean, too overprotective of an environment.
It's the hygiene hypothesis. Why there's so much autoimmune disease in the developed world and almost none in the developing world.
The worms were keeping the Crohn's in check, teaching his immune system what it should have learned from eating dirt growing up.
Once you killed them, it started killing him.
So his life of filth wasn't the problem. The clean living was. Let's start him on methylprednisolone.
And some helmets.
Worms. Cool, huh? Best out of 3?